Hey guys, Bri Clark here with BellConsulting.com, where I talk to you about social media marketing and social responsibility today. Today we are going to talk about what happens when we get online and we complain. When we say, this happened to me and it's not fair and I don't like it. And a few things that we need to remember when we do that. And tip number one is to remember to keep it real. Try to state facts. Try to give both sides of the story and try to make sure that you keep all pertinent information out there. Anytime you have a conflict, I have found that there's two sides and then there's the truth. And each side is affected and influenced by previous experiences, whether that be with the other person or the other business, as well as emotion. And then you've got just the facts. It's really hard to do, and if you feel like you are going to go on social media and you're going to talk about this, that brings me to tip number 2. Wait 3 hours. A lot of people would say a day, a lot of people would say a night, a lot of people would say a week. I'm going to say give yourself 3 hours. 3 hours is enough for people who are impulsive like me to at least consider all of the factors involved and if it needs to go to that place. If there are other resolutions, and it gives you the ability to calm down. Tip number 3 is do not name names. I have the amazing opportunity to work in a mastermind group on the internet with Walt Hampton and Shabani. In that group, there are a lot of lawyers, and those lawyers write on LinkedIn and they share their posts, or solicitors if you're not in the U.S., and they share their posts on LinkedIn, and I have the opportunity to learn from them. And one of the things I have learned is if you are going to go on social media and you are going to complain, especially about another business or another person, do not name names. You do not need to name their name to get your point across. There is a legal responsibility in making sure we don't slander people. Tip number 4 is talk to 2 people before you go on social media. I have a 2-person rule in my life. If I have a particularly hard situation going on and it's personal or it's business, I only talk to 2 people about it. The reason why I only talk to 2 people is because it makes me really consider who I'm going to talk to about it. And it makes me go, okay, is who I'm talking to going to tell me that I'm right and make me feel better, fluff me up? Or are they going to give me really good advice? And it makes me consider the people and their talents and if they're best suited to give me advice in the situation. Finally, that brings me to number 5. You've waited 3 hours. You've kept it real. You haven't named names, and you have talked to 2 friends. And you put it out there. You put it on the internet. Well, you need to be accountable and bring an ending. A lot of times we have a tendency to get online and we say where we've been wronged or where something bad has happened to us. And we get all these people worked up and they're on our side and we've created a story. Well, every story needs to have an ending, whether it's a good ending or a bad ending. But we need to bring about the ending. Hopefully it's a resolution. I recently went through this. I used these tips myself. And luckily for me, by the end of the day, I had a really great resolution. I felt I was wrong. I stuck to the facts. I didn't name names. I talked to 2 people before I put it online. I waited 3 hours. At the end of the day, I was not charged. And I was giving a 0 balance on something that I shouldn't have been charged in the first place. And I went online and I said, hey. And they had asked me to name names at that point. So the other party specifically asked me to name names. So I said, such and such took care of this. Thank you so much. Thank you for everyone in your advice. And I'm really glad that we were able to resolve this. It's really easy Facebook post or video. But the end of the day is if we are going to be socially responsible, if we're going to get out there and we're going to run our mouths and we're going to be rude or obnoxious or emotional, at the end of the day, we need to have social responsibility. If we're going to put our business out there and it gets taken care of and we use the internet to help us get there, then we need to let people know that it worked. That it worked in a positive way, that it worked in a negative way. We all need to be aware of our own social responsibility, especially in business. Now, if you've ever been in this situation, please share your stories with me. Have a great day and take care now. Bye, y'all.